day 2. It is about 10 minutes to 10, so we're right on time. I should be at the first bait about 10:20, so that'd be about right. And I'm gonna hit them with Northwood's blueberry spray and check each of them and see what we got going. I'm gonna put a stand up if the baits have been hit. Another beautiful day in the Northwoods. We got ideal weather here coming. Supposed to be high in the 60s today, but then high in the 70s the next few days. Leaves are really turning. It's just beautiful here right now. Let's hit the dusty trail. Doesn't look hit. Alright, the first bait doesn't look like it's been hit at all. I pulled the card on the camera anyway. And I'll have a look just in case anything came by. Sometimes they pick and nibble at the edges the first time they get there, and then they dive right in after a day or so. Off to the second bait. Yeah, it doesn't look hit at all. Don't see any sign of any bears. But I'm going to pull the card in the camera anyway. Well, I wasn't expecting this turn of events. I am at the Ministry of Natural Resources in Atikokan. And I got stopped out on the road coming out from where I'm baiting, and I could not produce a bear tag. I had all the other paperwork, the outdoors card, the list of all of the things that I have, which included a printout that says I have a bear tag, and then also the sheet that the outfitter gives you. I had everything but the actual tag, and so fortunately I was not going to hunt. I was coming back out of the woods when I got stopped. So I went to the Natural Resources Department here in Atikokan, and it's just 30 minutes each way out of my way, and took a few minutes, and they printed me a duplicate. So I am finally legal, and I'm telling you, I'm really glad he stopped me before I shot a bear, because I could not find the tag. I don't know what happened to it. I had all the other paperwork in the pouch in the pocket that I use in my backpack to keep all the licenses, but you wouldn't think getting stopped by a game warden is a good thing, but in this case, I'm really glad he stopped me when he did. Well, it's an interesting way to start off day 3 here. It's just a beautiful morning again. It's supposed to be really nice weather today. The sun's just coming up across the lake, and I've been just downloading videos that I've shot over the last couple days to get ready to put out a vlog here, but I'm not sure how this is going to affect the next few days, but my sister passed away last night. She's been battling cancer for over a year, and she was put in the hospital a couple days ago, and then they were talking about hospice after she got out of the hospital, but then she passed away in the hospital. So fortunately they were able to call her kids, and her kids flew down to Phoenix from, like, they're scattered all over, but mostly in Washington State, and they flew down and were able to see her and be at her side when she died. So she's a year younger than me. I also lost a sister that's a year older than me to cancer. She was 38 when she died of cancer. And so I'm down to 3 sisters and 1 brother left. And my dad is still alive. But there's a lot of cancer in the women. My mom died of cancer too. The women in my family have struggled with cancer way more even than, you know, I'm a cancer survivor too. But so I don't think that's going to affect this too much, other than I am probably going to have to go to Phoenix for a service in maybe a week or so. So I'm going to have to rearrange a lot of the next couple of weeks of my hunting and so forth to accommodate a few days of flying down to Phoenix. But anyway, today I'm going to get out there and try to find a bear on one of these baits. I'm really looking forward to getting a bear on the bait, and I'm not going to be very selective. Obviously I don't want to shoot a sow with cubs or anything, but if I get a decent bear on the bait, I'm going to go after it right away. So finish downloading this video here for the next half hour or so, and then I'm going to head out and get into the woods. I'll see you there. Alright, since I've got plenty of time here to burn, I'm going to mix business with pleasure here this morning when I'm going out to check these baits. I've got some tackle and a couple of rods and reels along, and I've got time to stop at a few places. There's actually quite a few places where there's streams that cross the road, and also just places where the road goes along a lake shore, and I'm just going to stop and make a few casts in a few places and see what happens. Caught a few fish yesterday doing that. I didn't stop at very many, but I did catch a couple smallmouth bass and a couple small northerns, and we're just going to see what happens here this morning. I'm going to take it easy and just get these baits checked, and hopefully at least one of them's hit, so I have something to go on here. Man, it's just stunning weather for the end of September. It's supposed to get up in the upper 70s today, and just look around here. Mixing business with pleasure, bear baiting with fishing. Oh yeah. Well, what have we here? We have a bait that's been hit. Okay. Oh my God, look at that. That's fresh. Alright. The bear that hit this bait is really close by. So I'm going to go back and look at the trail camera pictures and see what we got here. Give this a shot. A blueberry. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so we got a sow that found the bait about an hour after dark last night. She came back twice during the night and then came back the last time at 5:13 this morning. So she'll probably be back in here during the day. I would have to hang and hunt for this bear. It's a pretty nice bear for a sow. It's got a nice V on her chest. But I'm looking at, yeah, it's a maybe at this point, I would say. I'm going to go check the other bait, and we'll see what the other bait looks like before I make a decision. But this is, the good news is that once a bear finds a bait, usually multiple bears will find it in a fairly short time. Man, they are so hyper aware of what's going on around them that when another bear is on a bait, it's feeding well, it's eating well, it's getting the smells on it, they really figure it out in a hurry. So I'm not anxious to go in there and just try to shoot her, but this is really good news for this bait. Well, something's been here. Well, I got 129 pictures of squirrels and birds and ravens and rabbits and a moose. And I don't know what moved that one log and ate some of the bait. Could have been that moose maybe, I don't know, but sometime during the night that log was moved and some of the bait has been eaten, and we don't have a bear on trail camera in here, so I have to decide what to do about that bear at the other one. Decisions. And I guess we will let you know on the next video. See you then.